Hello friends, welcome to the Cool Vedas. That's Vedas Cool. Today's story is from Sambhava Parva in Adi Parva. In the last video we saw how King Yayati gave his kingdom to his son Puru and then went to the forest to lead a life of Vanaprastha. Now let's see what happens further in Yayati's life. King Yayati, the son of Nahusha, having installed his youngest son Puru on the throne, entered the forest to lead a life of a hermit. The king, leading the Vanaprastha mode of life, took care that he followed all the rules of the Vanaprastha life. He was sure to always entertain the guests and strangers with the fruits of the forest and ghee, while for himself he supported life by eating scattered corn seeds. And the king led this sort of life for a full 1,000 years. Then again he led one full year observing the vow of silence, with mind under complete control and having nothing but air alone for food. And he never slept. Like this, he passed 1 year. Again, for one more year, he lived practicing the severest austerities in the midst of four fires around and the sun overhead. Again, for 6 months, he spent living upon air alone as food, standing on one leg. Finally, the king ascended heaven. In heaven, he was surrounded by the gods, the Satyas, the Maruts, and the Vasus. Like this, the king lived in the high regions for 1,000 years. Soon, he ascended to a higher region, that is, the abode of Indra. It was an extraordinarily beautiful place with 1,000 gates extending to 1,000 yojanas. The king dwelt in the abode of Indra for 1,000 years before ascending to a higher region. This was the region of perfect beauty where decay did not even exist. This was the land of the Creator, the land of Brahmadeva. The king lived there for 1,000 years. Again, he ascended to a very high region, the land of the God of gods, the land of Vishnu. Like this, the king lived in various regions among the Devas, even in those regions which were very difficult to attain. Like this, the king lived for 1,000,000 years in the gardens of Nandana. One day, however, the king Yayati went to meet Indra, and then a conversation was struck between Yayati and Indra. Here, Indra asked Yayati a question. He asked, O king, what did you say to your son Puru when you gave him your old age? And also, what did you say your son when you gave him your kingdom? For some reason, I am feeling this is kind of a viva by Indra. Let's see what Yayati says. Will he pass or fail? Let's find out. Anyway, Yayati answered, O King of Devas, I told my son that the whole country between the rivers Ganga and Yamuna was his. That is indeed the central region of the earth, while the outlying regions will be under the sway of his brothers. I also told Puru that those without anger were ever superior to those who were always dominated by anger. I told my son that those disposed to forgive were ever superior to those who were unforgiving. I also told Puru that he should never hurt others by cruel speeches. Those who pricks others like thorn by means of hard and cruel words carry in their mouth the Rakshasas. I told my son to never ever use harsh words. I told him to ever keep the virtuous before him as his models. I told him to ever, with retrospective eyes, compare his acts with those of the virtuous. You should ever make the conduct of the wise the model upon which you can shape up your act and your actions. There is nothing in the three worlds by which you can't worship and adore the deities better than by kindness, friendship, charity, and sweet speeches. These are the best form of worship. These are the words I told my son. Hearing this, Indra, I guess, was a bit impressed. Now he popped on the second question to Yayati. Indra asked, O king, you did retire to the forest for a vanaprastha mode of life after doing all your duties. Now, I want to know, whom do you think is your equal in your tapasika shaktis, in your religious merits? Who do you consider your equal? To this, Yayati answered, O Indra, I do not. In the matter of tapasika shakti, in the matter of religious power, in the matter of ascetic austerities, keep anybody my equal. There is no equal among men, the Devas, the Gandharvas, and the Grishis, who are equal to me in the matter of ascetic austerities. Now, I think that was a bit of Ahankara talking there. What do you think? Let's see what Indra thought. Indra said, O monarch, because you disregard those that are your superiors, your equals, and even your inferiors, without in fact knowing their real merits, all the punya that you have accumulated have disappeared. I wish that you fall from heaven. Yes, that's what happened. Hearing this, the heartbroken, the crestfallen Yayati said, O Indra, if indeed all the punya that I accumulated have really disappeared, then please make sure that I fall, at least that I fall from heaven to a place where there are virtuous and honest people living. To this, Indra replied, O king, you shall fall among those that are virtuous and wise, and from your experiences there, you will never again disregard those are your superiors and your equals. So Yayati got a taste or got a punishment for his ahankara, and he fell down from heaven. Now, where is Yayati going to fall? Will he ever get a re entry to heaven? Will anybody help Yayati? Let's read along and find out. Please like, share, and subscribe our channel for more Mahabharata stories. Do not forget to press the bell icon. Thank you. Namaste.